here we go. We're going to be getting ready to get into our next series, and as much of a fan of NeO as I am, nanO is arguably the best Protoss player in Brazil, one of the best Protoss players in all of Latin America. He's a terrifying opponent to meet.
Oh yeah, for quite some time we had that Protoss trinity of, I believe, Paco, Mike, Darkness, and nanO. Nowadays, I think that, balance has shifted quite a bit. There's some pretty clear lines on who's 1, who's 2, who's 3, but nanO, he's a solid number 2.
Yeah, he's incredibly solid. I would say arguably in Brazil, because again, nanO reminds me of like Nice, where where in Taiwan you have the polar opposites. You have Nice and Haas. In Brazil, you have nanO and Turkey Dano.
Yeah, and it even rhymes better here. All right, but speaking of rhyming schemes, we are going to be starting off here on Lightshade LE, where here in the bottom right-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom right-hand corner, the Red Terran player coming out from Peru on the other side of the continent. He is going to be representing Rebirth as he rises from the ashes of the Llama Cup to become a truly something competitor. We have NeO.
And in no Shaggy. In the top left, we have the Brazilian Protoss, the blue Protoss, representing Team The Bad. It is nanO.
And you know what? I do like that comparison to the Taiwanese scene. Turkey Dano is anybody who's even somewhat familiar with Nation Wars has heard the tale of Turkey Dano. Cannon Rusher to potentially surpass Printf, at least in terms of memeability.
Yeah, Turkey Dano, he is his own creature's his own bird, if you will.
He tried to gas steal.
he tried. But NeO, he was already there, ready and waiting. Oh, nanO looking to deny the expansion.
And one of those little tricks that Protoss can really do, just make sure the Terran player doesn't get too comfortable. Best case scenario, they just you just really completely throw the Terran player off their tempo. There's a couple of the timings that. Now I'm not sure how NeO typically likes to play TVP. I see a lot more of his TVZ, but a lot of Terran players nowadays, they are really banking on just, making timing attacks, trying to cripple the Protoss player with their opening, and then, killing them a little later on.
Yeah. We'll see what kind of player nanO is, right? Because we do see a lot of tank pushes in this matchup, a lot of, as you said, timing attacks, or you have these other players who just try and whittle away at their Protoss player, with all those mind drops or banshees or some kind of harass.
Definitely. It's pretty much that scale, right? Of how aggressive do you want to be? At the top of that scale, I would say is Beyond, Time, and Dream. On the other end is Pig Jr.
We're never gonna let him live it down. God damn it.
For as long as Pig is unaware of broccoli.
Exactly, and I was waiting for it. There we go. The pylon has been thrown down. The Twilight Council is done. Are we going to see a proxy Dark Shrine?
That's what I'm hoping for. Live up to your name. There it is, Light! Throws it down, and this is a very interesting place to, really hide that Dark Shrine. I do not think NeO at all is going to be expecting it to be over there. If we can, get a little bit of a look to see what he scouted. He didn't even go into the main.
He hasn't gone into the main whatsoever. He's unaware of the tech. Unfortunately as well, NeO didn't go for a 1-1-1, so there's no drop, there's no scouting medevac or anything. He has to rely on a scan.
He definitely does. Now, he did opt for a couple of Cyclones here, which I'm not too familiar with this opening. Yeah. I gotta be honest with you. He's also going for some tanks.
I
think this is looking a little familiar to me.
So this is something that happened. I just remembered because we were casting La Lama Dorada with I was casting with Milk, and we saw a lot of Terran. We saw a lot of NeO. For whatever reason, Pruvi and Terran were very like Milk made a meme. He's like, oh my god, imagine if we see Cyclone Widowmine, and we saw mass Cyclone Widowmine out of NeO, and we were like, what is happening? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It didn't work. but we'll see.
You got them.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, especially because the DTs are already in. Oh, I see at least one of these CCs without any energy.
Ah, god.
Alright, but that DT has swiped. The sound has been made. Neither of these CCs have energy line, and they're still raving out. He's getting a second factory before he gets a starport.
Feels Terran, man. There's no scans, there's no engineering bay. A second DT comes in, which means only one of these DTs is going to be dealt with. GG gets called. Ay.
Ay, Dios mío. Well, I'm still scratching my head what that Cyclone opening was all about. I'm thinking it was a variant of some kind of those early marine tank pushes, maybe with a couple of bunkers to come down, you know, to really support that push and try, at the very least, try to take out a base and keep the Protoss down. Best case scenario, just kill them outright, or take them out right there. But I don't know, I guess maybe the Cyclones were for Immortals, I want to say.
I mean, it didn't seem like, because he was throwing down a second factory, he was throwing down an armory as well. Like he was heavy committing to that style, and it works great against like robo based compositions or even gateway based compositions. It's a build that just doesn't account for DTs, and he nearly even just messaged me. He's like, build order loss, like
very much so.
Not
Does
just,
that mean he's gonna do it again?
We'll see. But
Please don't.
It isn't just build order loss, it's also his lack of scouting, right? Like he had no idea that it was coming his way, and he, like, potentially he could have if he had like scanned, or if he had like dove into the main base with his Reaper.
Oh, I mean, scanning is a bit of a double-edged sword there, I think, like. But definitely, if he was, a little bit more YOLO with his Reaper, he, for some reason, really wanted to keep that Reaper alive instead of, going in to see what his Protoss opponent was going to do. I mean, I know it's nanO we're talking about. I know it's not Turkey Dano, but it's still a Brazilian Protoss player. It still pays to, be certain. All right, but speaking of certain, we are now on Pillars of Gold. LE holding up the Pillars of Eternity? Question mark.
Trinity?
The top right-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the top right-hand corner. Trinity, yeah. We have the red Terran player. He is going to be coming down from the land of Peru. We have, representing Rebirth Esports, born from the ashes of the llamas, we have NeO.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE, we have the Brazilian Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, one of the best Protosses in Latin America. He is representing Team The Bad. It is nanO.
So we got a couple of people asking, Light, and I also want to know, how spoiler heavy can we get to Super Tournament?
That's a good question. The Super Tournament finals are tonight. Fun fact for the people.
Semifinals. Oh, semifinals and finals.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. It's everything. It's all tonight. So it. Do we want to talk about it? Do we want to? oh my god.
Downtime. Look at that Pro Micro though.
Oh boy.
Just a little bit too slow from NeO, backing away. And for that, he's going to be permanently down and SCV for the rest of this game.
Yeah,
I do like that he's at scout.
Yeah, I do appreciate that he is, going for the scout to make sure that, all the pylons are going to be at home, to make sure there's no proxy or anything crazy like that. But yeah, already a bit of a rough loss there, losing that first SCV.
Yeah, I mean, no big deal for Terran. I mean, you normally expect the Terran player to be behind in terms of the worker count in the early game, and of course me will help mitigate that. But yeah, it's a pride thing, honestly. Like, whenever my initial SCV gets taken out by something like that, I'm like, blood. Blood must be repaid with blood. I will take out your probe.
Oh god, we'll see if NeO feels the same way. Thankfully, nanO is going for a different opener, so the game shouldn't end abruptly to DTs. that shouldn't happen here. But regardless, like, NeO needs to scout. He needs to know what's coming his way to make sure he's ready for the oracles.
NeO was super shook up from not scouting that past game. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say he's going for a very, his opening is very much reliant on him scouting with 2 Reapers and 1 Hellion, but he's actually committing to this. Which surprises me.
We have a 3rd Reaper on the way.
In.
Oh no, the wall was not a wall!
It was not a wall. Now the Hellion does come out, but that's not the best unit fighting Adept, even with a Reaper to support.
Oh.
But on the other side of the map, we do have 2 Reapers and 1 Hellion, and that is absolutely a probe clearing force.
Oh yeah, exactly. Forces all the probes off the line. Meanwhile, the Reapers are looking. Oh, they juke a little bit. Oh.
Loving them mind games. But nanO, he is far, far too smart. The nanO that we're talking about his nano neurons. He has like a bajillion of them.
That he does. His brain is expanding, and what's terrifying to me is that NeO still he didn't go into the main base for a second scout. He's unaware of the Stargate. Is he gonna have something for the Oracle? At the moment, he's not gonna have a Cyclone, but he will have a Viking.
Yeah, which I do quite like against these Oracles. They're a lot better for chasing them down and just really killing them with their range, and also the fact that they don't have to worry about getting tripped up by any of these ground pavings.
Ooh, and I think
nanO actually turning around.
Yeah, I think luckily nanO saw the Reaper, and he's actually turning around with the Oracles to follow the Reapers. I think that's probably a good thing for NeO. I think he may have had a little bit of trouble defending.
Buys him so much time. I mean, these Oracles chase him all the way. A little bit of energy being expended already by one of these, and the Viking's already going to be in position now. 2 Oracles can definitely tank a couple of shots from a single Viking. So it's really going to be a matter of, how well nanO can micro this. He doesn't really feel too confident in that, so just tags the army and backs away.
Yeah.
Not really looking for any worker damage.
Exactly. I feel like there was maybe an opportunity to dive into the main mineral line. Even now, right? Like,
he sees it.
All the anti-air is in the natural.
Viking.
Oh god.
That was.
Puppy.
Puppy.
nanO, please. There was nothing there. Look, he just wants to tag the army, okay? That's all he wants to do.
Yeah, he doesn't want to, be effective. He just wants to be annoying.
Whoa!
He just wants to trigger that your army. It's fighting.
He just wants to. He just wants to put the fear on NeO. That's all he wants to do. He's not committing to any attack. He's just the anxiety that he's inducing right now.
Yeah, he's saying, "I see you."
He does. And I mean, despite that,
you still nanO for no reason.
Okay, here we go. So we do have a couple of stasis wards being thrown down defensively. I love this as NeO is pushing out across the map. He pulled a couple of boys. As we saw, this was revealed pretty early on, so nanO is fully aware that this is coming.
And he is looking to just intercept this while he can. Charge finish up pretty quickly. Beautiful force field here. Getting a tank. GG is called nanO with a quick 2-0. And it's that Cosmos power coming down, supporting this Brazilian boy, and with that nanO. NeO, he looks so dang impressive against Schottenveld in that TVZ, but nanO, he's a whole other beast. He is a Protoss player. And it's looking likely that he's going to face Jim Rising. Now, he could still face Crown, who is representing Rebirth over there, but I think it's pretty clear who the favorite in particular matches.
Definitely. I think it may also be worth it for us to wait for Jim versus for Jim versus Crown to finish up, because Jim versus NaNo looks amazing. 2 weeks ago in the last Copa Hyperion, as this is a bi-weekly event, NaNo and Jim faced off against each other in the semis, and NaNo actually won that series. So I'm really curious to see what that rematch would look like.